Hey again everybody, here's another tutorial with some HTML. Today we're going to be learning how to incorporate lists into our HTML code. So this is just from our template tutorial that we did first with this HTML tutorial series. And I'm going to change the title to lists, and everything that we're going to put into this demonstration will just be right here into the body section. Alright, so today we're going to, or with this first set, we're going to learn about three basic type of lists. The first one is going to be called an unordered list. So if you just want to list things without numbering them and with bullets, this is how we would do this. So let's go ahead and put in a paragraph element here at the top of the body, and then in here we're just going to say unordered list example. Alright, now here's how we would make the list. So since we're using an unordered list, it's going to have a UL tag, and then I'll go ahead and close it down here. Alright, and then just what we would do is each thing we want to put in this list we would put inside the UL tags, but we would give them each their own separate LI tag. So we're just going to go first item and then close it. Second item, and then we'll just do 3 for each of these, just so you can kind of see what's going on here. Third item. Okay, so we have those, we have them all closed up, and we have this list closed as well. I'm going to click Save, and let's take a look here in our browser, and you can see up here unordered list example, first, second, third, and these are with the solid bullets right there. That's what it has right now for my default, and later on we'll talk about how to change the way that those can look later on. Alright, so coming back here, we can now move on to our second type of list that we're going to use. So I'm going to put another paragraph element here. And this one is going to be our ordered list example. Alright, so it works the exact same way that we used with the other one. Alright, and so I'm just going to close this up right away. Oops, except for I'm not going to use unordered list, I'm going to use an ordered list. Yeesh. Alright, here we go. So now I can copy these just so I have them, those will stay the same, and then I can go first item, second item, third item. Alright, we got that all closed up. So we can save, check it out in our browser. You can see this one here, it has them listed 1, 2, 3. So that's another example of how we can do that. Now the last thing that I wanted to show you on here, and this is called the description list. This is the one that's kind of the least similar of the others. So inside of a paragraph, we'll label it here just to have in for our notes, and I'm going to call this description list example. Alright, now these ones are a little bit different here, so I would put this whole thing inside of my description list tag. Okay. And then we have two more tags that we are going to use inside of this. So the first one is going to be tagged with a DT. Alright, and I'm going to put first item, and then I'm going to close that DT. Okay, and then underneath that, then I would use the tag with two lowercase d's, and then I'm going to go description for the first item. Okay, then underneath that I would add another DT here, second item, and then we would use two D's for description for the second item. Okay, and then so forth and so on with that. So I'm going to click save here, and we can now go to run and launch in Chrome, and you can see how this one works. So here's our description list examples, and it lists these on the side. This is the only one that doesn't really use some kind of way to mark each item of the list. It just gives you an example for a list, and then to have a little description to the side of it. Alright, so those are the three main types of ways that we can have lists. Now I want to show you how we can also make this work, and I'm just going to use my ordered list example for this. So let's go here to this one, and you can actually have sublists with your lists that are already created. Alright, so the way that this could work is, let's say my first item, I have some smaller lists that could be listed in that, kind of like if I was making an outline type of thing. So here's what I would do for this. I'm going to give myself some room here to work, okay, and then inside of this I'm going to make a unordered list inside of this first item of my ordered list. So I'm going to go with a UL tag right here, okay, and then I'm going to put in a LI tag, and then here I'm just going to go type in subcategory 1. Okay, I'm just kind of making this up as we're going along here. So I can close up that LI, alright, and then here I could put in another list item, and I'm going to type in subcategory 2, and I'm going to close that one up, and then I'll just do one more here so you can see this. Subcategory 3, and close that up, and now I can close up my unordered list items that are inside this. Alright, so I'm going to click save here. We'll launch it into a browser, and you can see here ordered list item, first item, and then underneath first item we have our three further listed items that kind of tab over. So as you can see, each time that you move over to your list, it's going to kind of follow those same tab rules, and everything kind of works its way over to the right. So those are 3 ways that you can make lists. We're going to have some other tutorials with lists to show you some kind of more advanced things with it, but I want to not make this tutorial last too long. But see if you can find ways to incorporate this into our first web page example that we did using our elements and our basic template, and see what you can create with that. Thanks for watching.